It's Mary Poppins time, y'all! Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. So, we have got the 8th brother. Yeah, I think this was half expected, to be honest. I wasn't actually expecting the 8th brother as much as the 5th brother right now. But, from what I've read so far, which wasn't a lot because I did only read a little bit before I started this video, he does seem to have some good stuff in his kit, so we will deep dive in a moment. I did have a quick glance through this, the actual developer insights. It does seem like he's going to be a hard counter to General Kenobi. I'd be surprised if it was General Kenobi lead. I'm going to say that is a very outdated lead nowadays, but there is some stuff there that maybe they're trying to say, right, if you're coming up against a very difficult General Kenobi, this should help. But yeah, if we look at unique attributes, all the 8 brothers' basic and special abilities cause him to gain stealth, so a little bit that reminds me, it's like the reverse of Wrecker from Bad Batch, so I kind of like that. A little bit as well of Cara Dune as far as the basic ability that can do stealth or tank, so yeah, it's not the exact same, but I still like abilities that do cause a consistent effect. 8th brother can quickly spread a stack of purge to all enemies on his first turn with his special one, Photon Grenades, which enables other Inquisitorious allies to perform devastating attacks. So that he seems to be the engine. That's the way I'm looking at this. When 8th brother loses stealth, he gains accuracy up and potency up, which can help apply all those debuffs from special too. Alright, if this is a way of getting accuracy as an actual worthwhile mod, I will be surprised. Especially if it works. Okay, so the inspiration, just for those of you who don't know, it comes from the 2nd season finale of Star Wars Rebels Twilight of the Apprentice. Great episode of Star Wars, by the way. Watch it if you haven't. So, yeah. Photon Grenades are drawn from the initial fight where he leaps back and flings the colourful explosives at Kanan and Ahsoka. Our animation on Photon Grenades as a direct visual call out to the Inquisitor's most unique use of their lightsabers, the helicopter-style flight enabled by the repulsor lifts built into the hilt. I know some people aren't fond of them, but I like it. I think it's a little groovy. I don't know how else to put it. It's like, when you've got a lot of characters that all look the same, you've got to say the Inquisitors stand out because of it. So yeah, strategy tips. 8th brother is a good candidate for going first in the Inquisitorious squad. Open with special 1, Photon Grenades, for a colourful blast that damages the entire enemy team. And then, combined with its unique, Hunting a Shadow, it will apply Purge to all enemies. Try to find the right opportunity to use special 2. You'll want to save it for when the target has 5 stacks of Purge. And then you can apply a huge number of strong debuffs like Armor Shred. Okay? So FAQ. 8th brother's unique, Hunting a Shadow, only applies Purge to all targets only if he had stealth at the start of his turn. So yeah, he's going to gain stealth a lot anyway. The leader's Omicron only applies Taunt that is granted from a Jedi unique's ability in Territory Wars. This does not affect Taunt that is granted by Special or Leader, so that, yeah, as it says, abilities such as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, for example. So I'm just going to see the next bit. What do I need the 8th brother's legacy tier? You need 2nd, 9th and 7th sister and 8th brother all at 5 stars or higher. You get 4 Omicron materials, portrait and Shadow Hunter title. So, whale harder. So let's have a look at the kit. So we'll just deep dive down below. We've got a stealthy member of the Inquisitorious with an arsenal of tricks and weapons to surprise his opponent. So we're looking here, we've got Whirling Strike. Yeah, okay. It's kind of good. I like the fast movement on the lightsaber. New final text. New? Why not just final? If 8th brother did not have stealth this turn, he gains stealth for 3 turns, so immediately stealth. Then deal physical damage to target enemy, and if the target is a Jedi, inflict 1 stack of Purge, max 6, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied or resisted. So, Photon Grenades, this is the one they keep telling us we need to use, so, okay, that's alright. Like I say, it's not as colourful as I was expecting, but you've got the lightsaber animation, so it's, again, pretty cool. So yeah, if 8th brother did not have stealth this turn, he gains stealth for 3 turns. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict accuracy down and burning for 2 turns. Jedi enemies damaged by this ability are inflicted instead of inflicted with blind and burning for 2 turns. which cannot be resisted. So I think that's good. They've essentially created a distinction saying normal enemies, you just have your accuracy knocked, whereas if you're a Jedi, you're just blinded. I kind of like that. This ability deals double damage to enemies who have any stacks of Purge. So again, pretty solid. I mean, to be honest, they've already implied that it's good as an opening move, so maybe that won't apply a lot. But during a long battle, maybe it'll come into play. So Bladed Hilt, special 2 and cooldown of 5. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a cool animation. Again, I saw that in the some of the content data mines we've had, and yeah, that's a cool animation. I like it. So this is a Zeta Upgrade. Wow, okay, there's a lot here. So if 8th Brother did not have stealth this turn, he gains stealth for 3 turns. So again, they're just making sure he stays stealthy. Deal physical damage and consume up to 5 stacks of Purge. For each stack of Purge consumed this way after the first, deal physical damage again. So if it's 1+ stack, you inflict healing immunity, 2+ speed down for 2, 3+ ability block for 1, 4+ buff immunity for 2, and if you do consume all 5 stacks, you inflict armor shred as well. Okay, that is very good, especially when it says these debuffs cannot be resisted by Jedi enemies. That is very impressive. All right, leader and unique. So leader. Empire allies have plus 5% accuracy and plus 5% potency. So yeah, they're really hammering home accuracy here. I don't really know what to think about that, because accuracy is a bit of a dead debuff, or dead stat right now, so maybe they're trying to give it some impact. Inquisitorious allies have an additional plus 30% accuracy and plus 30% potency. So again, it kind of feels like they're maybe trying to play that way. Maybe it's something to do with if you're facing a GL. GLs do tend to, if you're facing, say, Supreme Leader Kylo or Lord Vader, they'll be taking Mastery, so maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. So yeah, Jedi enemies that gain Foresight from Jedi unique abilities also gain Blind for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. So we've got, I'm just trying to think, that is Kenobi with Sorasu, so yeah, quite an instant call out. Whenever other Inquisitorious allies use a basic ability, they have a 30% chance to inflict a stack of Purge, max 6, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, evaded, or resisted. So yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I suppose it's a case of you essentially now doubling your Purge count, so that is good. It'll get it out there a bit quicker. Still, though, it's only 30% chance. It's not. I mean, I suppose it's 3 out of 10. You know, you're going to get a lot of attacks in the team, so maybe it'll be good. We'll have to see how it plays in the marquee, I suppose. Then, while in Territory Wars, when Jedi enemies gain taunt from Jedi unique abilities, all enemies take damage equal to 20% of their max health. This damage cannot defeat enemies. Jedi enemies that receive critical hit immunity from Jedi unique abilities dispel critical hit immunity and are instead inflicted with vulnerable for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. So yeah, Kenobi's getting slaughtered here. I mean, what I would say, I don't think this necessarily is if Kenobi is the lead. So I'm viewing this as, just supposing you're facing a Padme team, this can really neuter Kenobi and the Padme team. Yeah, I don't think it'd do enough against Kenobi as a lead, or JMK. So right now, it maybe isn't that useful. But again, maybe for smaller guilds, it'll be an interesting Omicron for them. Unique, Hunting a Shadow. Final text at the start of the battle, 8th Brother gains stealth for 3 turns, so they're just making sure he stays hidden throughout. Whenever 8th Brother gains stealth, he recovers 20% health and protection, so yeah, essentially every turn he's regaining that. Whenever 8th Brother uses any of his abilities during his turn, if he had stealth at the beginning of the turn, he loses stealth and gains accuracy up and potency up for 2 turns. Okay. That's a bit strange. So they keep giving him stealth, but they make him dispel it. Alright. I suppose that's it then. He dispels it, but then the abilities regain it. So it's just basically a way of giving him accuracy up and potency up. Still though, it's a weird choice of buff accuracy up. I'm guessing there's something coming there. So if that ability was Whirling Strike or Photon Grenades, he inflicts 1 stack of Purge max 6 on any enemy damaged by that ability. So let me just double check Whirling Strike and Photon Grenades. That's the basic and the special, so alright, that's okay. Like I say, I think he's going to be the engine. I think he'll be the key member of the team that you've got to take out. I think he's going to be the one that gets purged out there a lot faster. I don't think his leadership is that great as far as, you know, all of them have had a Jedi, obviously. I think Kenobi's the one that's maybe the least impactful for a Jedi team because nowadays I feel like Kenobi's more with Padme if he isn't with JMK. So yeah, I think that could be a bit of a weird one. But just in general, it's not bad. I mean, again, if you've got Omicron spare, which I don't think anyone does, it's an option, but yeah, I wouldn't race out for it. To be fair, Territory War Omicrons are quite weird that way. So I'm just looking here, and we have got one more update. So let me just back out of this. Let's go to the game update. Oh, it's not game updates even, it's the characters. Here we go. And we've got an Omicron for T3M4. I know I haven't read any of this, so this is going to be fun. So Territory Wars, okay. Wasn't expecting that. I thought it might be GA. So at the start of encounter, T3M4 gains stealth for 2 turns. That is very good because usually T3 is an early target if you've got, say, a droid nuke team. Maybe not the earliest, but still an early-ish target. And droid allies gain 15 armor penetration and 30% max health. So again, Grievous is really going to benefit there. Droid allies have plus 20% defense for each target locked enemy, plus 20% defense while debuffed, and plus 20% defense while buffed. Okay, again, that really screams Grievous, because, you know, even though Grievous doesn't need defense, it's going to make him harder to kill. At the start of T3M4's turn, inflict target lock for 2 turns on a random enemy who does not already have it, which can't be evaded. Then all allies recover 5% health and protection for each target locked enemy. Okay, that's a bit of fun. I look at that and I think Imperial probe droid comes to mind. So a lot of the nuke teams I've known have been IG-88 Lead, you've had your General Grievous, obviously, you've had someone like BB-8 to get the turn meter going, then it's T3, and then one more. So it looks like probe droid be good now, because if you put all those together, not only are they going to be tanky, but besides that, you're going to... I mean, there's an argument you don't want them tanky, just for the fact that you usually want Metal Lord Monstrosity to kick off, but if you do want it to be like a real OP droid team as far as you just got offense, then there is potential there. I mean, you could certainly get some survivability in this as well. I don't know. I wouldn't personally go for that. I haven't really got droids built for it anyway, but if you want to play around with something, I bet there's some fun in that. Again, I'd put it low on the end of the Omicron list, if you like, but still, it could be a bit of fun. Alright, so I've been talking 13 minutes, and there's one more thing I want to just talk over as quick as I can, really. And I feel like I'm going to be doing a bit of injustice, but the road ahead. Because last week I said I was going to talk about it, and I didn't really get a lot of chance to talk about it. By the way, Doja, thank you very much. You did a lot of good for the game. I was upset when I read that he was leaving, so yeah. Good luck wherever you're going, Doja. But yeah, I'm just looking here. I think I'm going to just quickly talk through this because people have already gone about the road ahead, so I don't need to go through everything. But yeah, the title update, I think this Grand Arena update could be nice. I think the idea of actually putting defenses automatically so players can just set them any time, I think that is good. It might not be useful for someone like myself who tries to mix and match my defense every round, but just supposing I'm busy and I think I'll have to let it auto roll, I know it can just pull one from my defense, so that is good. Especially on my JJ account as well, I do tend to... That's the one account I probably do roll over a lot. So yeah, edit defense, I like it. Then, yeah, if we just look down here, I like the fact that we've got Omicron abilities showing soon. I'm going to say, funny how they picked Rose Tico for that. But yeah, I do like it. I think it's going to be a good quality of life change moving forward, especially with it being in other parts of the game. So yeah, I think this is very important. I do think that I mean, it says fleet battles as well. We'll show you a preview of the fleet you're facing. We still need fleet loadouts. I'm not the only one saying it, obviously, but we do need that. If you gave me a choice of seeing the fleet that I'm facing versus a fleet loadout, I would take the fleet loadout, because even though that might be the harder thing to code in, it's the thing we need more. So that is nice. You know, I'm not complaining about it. It's just, you know, if I get a choice, I would pick loadouts over pretty much anything else right now. But yeah, still, it looks pretty good. I mean, like I say, they've got good UI. It looks nice. I was a bit disappointed about this, the Razor Crest. When they put that in there, I was thinking, okay, you're going to do more with it. And no, they basically just repeated what they've said before about it being in the fleet store and in shipments. I feel like it would be nice if it was somewhere else. I was talking the other day about it'd be nice if it was on, if they created more light side and hard side nodes. You know, maybe just put some gear that we need on those nodes for the time being, but then put the conquest tunes on them as well. Maybe scale them up to 30 energy per node. It would mean that you couldn't do 5 sims. Well, you couldn't do 5 sims because it'd be 150. But okay, yeah, you could do it if you did your refreshes, obviously. But yeah, I look at it and I think, why not use light side, hard side nodes, or even Cantina and do more beyond? Are we on level 8 there? So yeah, I feel like there are options there that maybe they're not going down the road of. Personally, I'd rather stuff like that than them coming up with some new game mode that's overly complex and doesn't really need to be around. That's kind of what Conquest feels like right now. So yeah, Java Scavenger, I think that's a cool update as well. The idea that they're just going to make it that you can craft gear in there. I love that. I think it's very important. I did a video last week on Mace, so anyone wants my opinions on that, have a look there. But long story short, I think it looks good. And yeah, the Grand Inquisitor, we don't know anything about him. It's going to be Territory Wars. It does imply it's going to be able to take out Galactic Legends Jedi. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think as a character, he had to be coming. You know, you don't bring the Inquisitors into the game and then not bring the Grand Inquisitor. So again, that made sense. With the 8th brother coming today, I've got hopes that maybe we're going to get the 3rd sister around the time of Kenobi, because obviously that's where she first appears, and Grand Inquisitor after her. So this is what I'd do if I was a game developer anyway. I'd be releasing all the Inquisitors we know about, and I'd make them that they can do it, but it's not easy to do the event with them. Then I'd do the 3rd sister right around the time of the Kenobi series, and she makes the event easier. You know, you might have to wail on her, but it'll make it easier. And then release the Grand Inquisitor. That'd be the way I'd do it, so that then you've got less time to get the 3rd sister, but yeah, you know, she would make it easier, but you've had time to get the 5, and that way you can't be accused of not being free-to-play friendly. That'd be the way I'd be doing it, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that. But still, we've got the 5th brother coming soon. He's the only one that we know about who will be in Kenobi, but he's been in another series before, so yeah, we know he's coming. So yeah, the 3rd sister would make sense. I'd be surprised if they aren't doing it, let's say that. So yeah, it'll be interesting when he comes out, but I'm not like jumping on the edge of my seat for him. He's going to be a cool character. Maybe I'll go for him somewhere at some point, but none of the Inquisitors right now are screaming out at me, I need this, I need this. You know, even as someone who would like a JML counter or a JMK counter, you know, I don't really worry about in Territory Wars a lot. You know, if it was Grand Arena, I'd be like, go on, I'll go for it. But yeah, in Territory Wars, it's very meh. It's like, okay, all right, you know, I'll take it. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are feeling the same. I don't think there'll be a bad faction by any stretch, but, you know, maybe they'll do things in GA without the Omicron, but yeah, I think we need to see the full faction. It's still too early to tell. So yeah, that is it really. I've spoke about everything. I didn't want to go on for over 20 minutes, so hopefully I've hit that mark. It looks like it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back hopefully tomorrow. I want to do a Grand Arena review for last week. Plus we've got the roster review on Friday, so hopefully I'll see you then. Bye for now, everyone.